Faced with the burden of traveling across the world every few years to rescue a girlfriend, most of us would either take long vacations in the interim or find a new girlfriend. Mario does neither. The pipe-cleaning, wrench-wielding, fire-throwing plumber keeps himself busy with countless professional diversions, and that's what sets him apart from the rest of us. I mean, when we get home from work, we watch Seinfeld and fall asleep. Mario gets his PhD. Just 8 months after the North American release of Super Mario Bros. 3, a game which was justly described as his biggest, most exciting adventure yet, the plumber opened his own medical practice with the hit puzzle game, Dr. Mario. Released for the Nintendo Entertainment System shortly after debuting in arcades in 1990, Dr. Mario was one of many puzzlers spawned in the wake of Tetris. And although it's often referred to as a clone of Alexei Pajitnov's block-based masterpiece, Dr. Mario follows a prescription of its own. Now, of course, there are a few similarities. Like Tetris, Dr. Mario takes place within a vertically oriented rectangle into which puzzle pieces constantly drop from above. But along with the classification of puzzle game, those are the only two major similarities they share. At least in theory, Tetris is a never-ending game that begins on a clear grid. Conversely, in Dr. Mario, each round begins with a full grid and has a clear ending point. There are also fundamental differences in gameplay as well. Both games emphasize quick thinking and reaction, but Dr. Mario goes about his business a bit differently. You start with a medicine bottle filled with nasty viruses, steadily increasing in total as the levels progress. As Dr. Mario tosses pills into the bottle, it's your job to line up viruses and pills of the same color. Any combination of 4 or more viruses or pill pieces in a row clears that line, and once you've cleared the entire bottle of viruses, you move on to the next. But fill it with too many pills, and a red, yellow, and blue plague ensues. And your game ends. I guess that's kind of like Tetris too. The premise is easy to understand, and in practice, it's consistently engaging. And as a result, Dr. Mario is almost impossible to put down. The game is obscenely addictive, forcing you into a state of zen-like concentration during extended play. Throw in a classic 2-song soundtrack and the satisfying feeling you get from knocking over those dancing viruses, and it's easy to see why checkups with Dr. Mario can last so long. The NES original has had several sequels since, from Dr. Mario 64 to the excellent WiiWare game Dr. Mario Online RX. Each one's added a few new medicines to the doctor's cabinet, especially in the case of multiplayer. But even the simple 2-player offering of this NES version, as rudimentary as it may seem in comparison, is as enjoyable as ever nearly 2 decades after its release. And whether you experience it alone or with a friend, the addiction to Dr. Mario is one affliction you won't want to cure.